All right, guys, this is Emmett again, the Alpha Builder. You guys get a chance, hit the thumbs up or you can hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate that, guys. But, guys, I am still going through my personal house, and I just moved in. We've been here about 2 weeks. So I'm just kind of going in and showing all the new product that I'm using because I really would like to live with these products for at least a couple of years before I can just before I can just come out and just say, hey guys, this is a good product. I would use this or I wouldn't use it. But behind me right now is a water heater. So I'm going to do 3 products today. One is going to be water heater. The other is going to be, we're going to do a washer dryer, a ventless washer dryer combo. And then we're also going to look at my HVAC units that I use, that I have in here in this particular house. But everything that I'm doing, guys, there's practically no gas other than a gas grill and a fireplace outside that we have in this house. And guys, here we're actually in the garage area. So this is the garage area, and it's probably, and guys, we're in Alabama, the Birmingham area. And guys, it's my little, got my little weight bench and stuff back here, guys. We're gonna start getting our workout in. But guys, this is probably ideal for one of these type of water heaters. This is an ideal place, a basement or a garage area where you have plenty of space so it can absorb that air in that space. Because what this water heater is doing is actually sucking the air around this garage, all the air that's around it, is sucking it in and it's pulling the heat from it and is using that heat to actually heat up the water for us. Now, people would say that, hey, why don't you just do a tankless water heater? You heat it on demand. The only problem I have with the tankless water heater is that you can just sit there and run water for days. I mean, you can just sit there and you can run it and it's going to stay hot. And that's, to me, is not being efficient. This right here this is a 65 gallon. So this right here will meet the demands of a 4 to 5 family household easily. This thing right here also has, it connects to the Wi-Fi. You can kind of see you got a Wi-Fi button. It has its own app that I can control everything from my app, my Ring app. And this is actually a Ring. Like I said, guys, I'm not getting anything from Ring to do this right here video. So they're not paying me a dime. You do have different versions. GE has a version of these water heaters that's pretty good. It's really good. But this also comes with a filter right here. Kind of look at that filter. And guys, you got to be able to pull this filter out. I had to have my guys because my guys don't use these a lot. My plumbers, they don't install these heat pump water heaters a lot, so they kind of put the lines and stuff in front of this filter. So we had to reroute the lines. And then also a lot of those guys are not used to just putting it straight on the floor. And if you have an electric water heater, you can just put it right on the floor. If you're in a garage area that has that has it to where like this right here kind of goes up a little bit. The bottom, the base part of the concrete goes up a little bit. We just got it hidden with the baseboard, but it actually routes all the water out the front door. So this right here, water here, and guys, this right here, I tell you what, man, this thing right here is it does it all, man. I mean, it communicates with me. It lets me know how much water I have in the tank. You can put it in eco mode. You can shut it down for the day and tell it don't do anything. And you can schedule things. Things like this is really set up for people who actually plan things. So I will be getting energy bills, so we can kind of navigate my energy bills and see how well the energy bill does. But right now, guys, this right here is doing really, really well. Like I said, the app and stuff like that and controlling it and doing all this, you got the eco, you can actually take this thing, man, and you can put it in regular water heater mode. You don't necessarily have to use the heat pump. You can just put it and make it like a regular water heater. So there's just a control that you have over that thing is really good. Come on, buddy. Okay. All right, guys. Well, we still got, this is a work in progress, man. I'm in the closet area, man. You can just see all kind of stuff behind me. It's gonna drive me crazy. So I got to get the closet shelves in here. But behind me right here, this is the master closet. I have a GE washer dryer combo that's also a heat pump. And guys, you can't beat this right here at all, man. It dries your clothes. It does what it's supposed to do. Here's the thing about this, man. There's no changing. You don't have to be trying to change it. I'm trying to figure out when the loads are going to finish, so you can go put, take it out the wash and put it in the dryer. So you just put it in here and hit play, and it does it all. So this is, now I'm going to eventually put this one upstairs. We got another one we're going to put here. You can put all your fluids and stuff in here. It does come with a little lint brush, so you gotta, every so many cycles, you gotta clean this right here off. It fills up pretty good, so you just clean that lint off. But the cool thing about it, guys, is I don't have a, let's see, you see behind it, I don't have a vent on this thing. We're not venting this thing out to the outside. So if you got a set of plans where you want to put the washer or the dryer in the center part of the house, and you don't have to be trying to figure out how you're going to navigate that vent pipe out of there, man, because every time you do an elbow, you lose like 5 feet, and you only allow 25 feet. So you got to be able to get to the outside. And then you got to clean that dryer vent out. But you don't have any of that here, guys. This right here, and here's another thing, guys. This thing right here, look at here. There's no dryer connected. I mean, the whole thing is just connected to a regular plug. So you don't have to do any additional plugs for your dryer. A 20 amp breaker or whatever the electrician is going to do. You don't have to do that. You don't have to wire that. You can just wire that for a regular wire, a regular 120 volt. But and this does not heat your clothes up to the point to where you damage your clothes. I mean, that's just a win right here, guys. So you can put your clothes in here. It actually just pulls the moisture out of your clothes and dump it out the back into a regular drain. So this is a good thing about the heat pump ventless water heater, and it's made by GE. GE is not paying me a dime, guys. It is what it is. But now, let me just say this right here. This does come with a learning curve, guys. So it's not gonna heat, it's not gonna dry your clothes as fast. It's gonna take, you might have to put it on, if you just want things to be hot and you put it on your face and you can feel all the heat coming from your towels and stuff like that. You're not going to get that out of this right here. You take it out of there, shake it off, and you can hang it up if need be. But that's the way you're going to do this right here, guys. And also, you have to plan your loads, guys. This is not a situation where you wait. We're going to wait until Saturday, and we're gonna let our clothes pile up all the way into Saturday. We're gonna put them all in. We're gonna make a day of laundry. This is not for that, guys. Every time you take your clothes out, maybe every other day, you take whatever you had on, you have it in a little basket, you put that in the washer dryer, turn it on, let it do everything. That's the way you do it. And then if you got a spouse or something, you guys just alternate. 2 days I put mine in, 2 days she put hers in, and then then things don't pile up. I kind of like that. You don't have to worry about things piling up, and when things pile up. Now you got more work. And what's the old saying? That hard work is an accumulation of easy things not done when they should have been done. So that thing works good, guys. But it's, like I said, it's going to come with a learning curve. It's not going to heat all your stuff up really, really hot. Okay. All right, guys, I'm up in the attic, and I'm here with my heat pump furnace. And guys, I actually got 3 of these in this house. We don't have any gas furnaces. Now, I just got finished talking to a friend of mine. He's a builder too. And guys, you can see around me is foam insulation. I make this house really, really tight. But if I was gonna do foam insulation, guys, you guys gotta understand that this foam insulation is highly flammable. He was asking me why I had this sign here, which says storage not permitted, because the inspections department, well, that was a trade-off. And they said, hey, either you can put this stuff in this to protect the phone and make the phone fire resistant, or you can put this right here. That was $4,000 to put that stuff up there. This right here is a couple of dollars for the paper and stuff up there, so I chose this option. But I would not put a gas furnace in an area with all this foam, because if you got something like this right here, guys, let me see. Got something like this right here behind me, which is paint. I'm not supposed to be storing anything in this closet. You can see all this stuff I got stored here. But if you got this paint here and you got a gas furnace and those paint fumes is leaking, and those fumes get over here, and if you got a gas igniter and you got a flame and this stuff right here catches and it catches on fire, your house is gone. So this is why, if I'm going to do foam insulation, guys, I'm going to do a heat pump. And it just so happens in this house, this right here whole furnace, all my furnaces are going to be heat pumps. This right here actually is like a 17 series, so it's above normal, above average on energy conservation. But this right here, and it actually has the smallest amount of strips in it too. You don't have to have a lot of strips because we got this house sealed up pretty good, guys, but it works really, really good. I got 3 of them. I got 2 for the downstairs. This is the master area. I have 1 for the main area, and then I have another one for the upstairs area. And so, and like I said, this is heat pump, guys. So what it's doing is it's taking the air outside and it's using that air outside and pulling the heat out of the air outside to put on the inside. And in the summertime, it does the reverse. It takes the coldness out. It pulls the coldness out of the house. It pulls the heat out of the house, which makes it cool. So this is the way everything is moving, guys. I think everything is moving toward heat pump systems. And, unfortunately, I got some good friends that are with the gas company. They kind of helped me out each year, guys. Give me tickets to parties and stuff like that. And, it's really to put more gas in my houses. But in this house, man, we have very minimum gas. Like I said, we have a gas exterior fireplace, and we have maybe a gas grill once I get everything settled in here. But let's look at these condenser units outside. So I'm outside here, and this is my brain side of the house, man. Everything, all the power stuff is over here. So these are the high sense condenser units, and right now they're all off. But these things do really, really good, man. They space savers. They save a lot of space. They're not so big till they just kind of take up a lot of space. And now if you put them like this right here, you got to stagger them like that. So you got to push this air this way. It's like my dog don't like something. But this is what they look like, guys. Very energy efficient. Now, like I said, guys, if you got a house with all this electric stuff going on, you got to do a 400 amp service. And also, I think the only gas we got going on here, and guys, my grass is starting to grow back here in the back. You can see where the grass is coming in at on top of the wall. We're gonna put some ivies up there, man, to make this right here as a place of tranquility. You gotta take the negative things and make them positive. So we got a gas fireplace, a true wood burning fireplace. I'm gonna take this right here and put it as a mantle up above here. That's a cedar that I had left over. And then we also, I do have a gas grill. That's it. It's the only stuff I got. This gas, you got a grilling deck over here. So right over here, got my gas grill. That'll be here. I've been seeing some nice gas pellet grills and stuff. I like to cook a good, nice steak, guys, every once in a while. But there you have it, guys. Once again, guys, I think the future. Come on, baby, get in there. There we go. I think the future for these appliances and things like that is probably going to be heat pump. You just can't beat the energy efficiency. Once again, guys, like, share, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. And this is the way.